think to take up psychology as your profession? What is that turning point?
A lot of situations I've seen, a lot of ups and downs in my personal life,
Okay.
and somebody committing suicide who was an IITian, that also the highest degree holder. The death should never be suicidal for anybody, no matter what it is.
We would also like to know what are all the different courses that you offer currently?
We have a training, training for the educational services, and training to faculty we have, and also training to the corporates we have.
Anybody want to get married, should there be a prior session for counseling?
We read Max Social Science, everything from childhood time, schools and colleges, but we don't understand how to choose the right person.
So on that note, ma'am, what suggestions would you give for today's youth for a successful marriage?
They both need to understand why marriage.
Today's generation, they are only looking up to financially.
Financially is that even you have 1 lakh, you will be happy, 50,000 also you will be happy, or even when you have 1 crore also you will not be happy.
What is the secret that you would share with us for a successful life and also a successful career?
Why are you in that career? Whatever career you are choosing, you should identify that what is your purpose to take that career.
Hi, hello, welcome to Pallavi Talks. This is Shruti, and today we have with us is an interesting personality who is an entrepreneur and also has 25 plus years of experience in the field of psychology. She is none other than Miss Madhurima Reddy. Ma'am, please welcome to our show.
Hello, Shruti.
Hi, ma'am. So, ma'am, I want to know all the details, like how has your journey started? How was your childhood, and how did you, think to take up psychology as your profession? What is that turning point? We want to know more details about that, ma'am. Can you share, please?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for having me today, Shruti. First, thank you so much for
Thank you, ma'am.
Pallavi Talks, and to you specially.
Thank you, ma'am.
And so, actually, as a child, I was a very, very, very introverted personality. And so, I was actually a player, and I was a Kabaddi Kho player. I was born and raised at Anantapur near to Bangalore. There was a place called Anantapur near to Bangalore, and I studied in LRG English Medium School. There, I loved the playground there so much, and it attracted me so much. And I studied there, and I was a very shy, introverted girl as a child. And I used to go to school most of the times to play only, all the time. And I wasn't so good at academics that time. And I played, and I was the only failure in my school that time in 10th standard. I still remember that, everybody had dreams that time, everybody had goals, but I remember I never raised my hand for expressing any time for the goals or sharing that way. But I was more as a player, and I had all the time to what to know next time. I have to be a winner in the games and sports, like that. I was all the time, but never shared for academics as a goal. What is my goal for that? And this is what I was that time. And till then, I had no idea about psychology, that what I will become, like that.
Okay.
And then because that time, as a failure of 10th standard, and it is not that you have to write after 2 months and you will go to next class.
Huh.
Once you are a failure, means entire year goes waste.
Huh.
So that
Yes.
was it. So I went next is Satsa International University, Swami's college.
Mhm.
Swamiji Puttaparthi, you must have heard, very
Yes.
famous across the globe.
Yes, yes.
So Swamiji's college I studied.
Mhm.
So meditation has come in my life very early in my life.
Yes. Okay.
So after that, I studied in that Swamiji's Swami college.
Okay.
And so I got exposure to the world culturally and meditation.
So
And
you
I
might have-
belong to a very conservative traditional family.
Okay.
And I have two brothers. My elder brother is an ex-army person, Indian Army. He studied there in Bonsla Military School at the childhood time only, and he wanted to become an army officer all the time.
Mhm.
And he is an army colonel.
Mhm.
And younger brother worked with Microsoft and also Providence company. He is working right now.
Mhm.
And that childhood time, they are also players. Now also they are players.
Okay.
And then after that, I studied Satsa International University. Then also meditation, calm, quiet, sports only, and dance I was doing that time,
Okay.
but not too studious in academics that
Huh.
time also.
So since childhood you were so much
More,
into it,
yeah, more sports
extracurricular
and yeah,
activities or
extracurricular activities more.
cultural activities kind of.
But then also people say, no, when you are in sports and all, you are more talkative, maybe like that all. But I was active in sports,
Hmm.
more no extracurricular activities,
Huh.
calm and quiet sort only,
Okay.
conservative only. To I was very fatherly daughter, more of a fatherly sort of personality,
Okay.
that sort.
Huh.
And I was a pampered girl more.
Okay.
And then after that was my graduation arts background. I was in that till that time.
Hmm.
So then I studied my first PG was English, MA English, American accent I had that time.
Hmm.
So when I was doing a PG and early I got married
Hmm.
at my 20th year, 21st year I got married.
Hmm.
And things were till then only that marriage,
Hmm.
culturally like that was, because only daughter I was, it was all the time. My dad's only dream was marriage and I should get into good marriage. All the things was that thought,
Hmm.
because only child, only daughter, like that, only daughter. So that was a thing.
Okay.
So later was everything turned into different way that time.
Hmm.
So things were a lot of situations I've seen, lot of ups and downs in my personal life
Hmm.
and around society also.
Hmm.
So the house beside my house and also a
Mhm.
neighboring place, I saw some incidents happening, suicide happening.
Mhm.
Where till my from childhood till then I never witnessed any suicide happening
Mhm.
closely to my life.
Okay.
And somebody committing suicide who was an IITN, that also the highest degree holder,
Oh.
and committing suicide, giving up so easily in her life.
Okay.
So I was questioning that time. I was pregnant and I was
Hmm.
questioning, how is that somebody who's a suicide, who is IITN, who is committing suicide and also giving up on her life so easily.
Hmm.
So that wasn't not okay with me.
Okay.
So till then, I was only MA first year completing, and then I was also not so much of academic, so much conscious that time.
Hmm.
So this was all so much of chaotic in my life, and so
Going
much
on.
of questioning to my own self and all. So
Yes.
this was lingering in my life.
Huh.
So then
So
I
the
thought
surrounding
that,
circumstances have
yeah, so
made
much
you.
of no questioning on that. From childhood, I was a believer of Swami Vivekananda, Mother Teresa, because in the school it was so much of principles and all the things,
Mhm.
and in so Satsa University also,
Mhm.
all the things it was. So work from that time I started thinking all these things.
Okay.
So then this was one incident.
Hmm.
So because being there in the culturally in those things, so I thought that my life has to go in the direction of making difference in something.
Huh.
So this instant is has a lot of impact on my life.
Okay.
So I went ahead and taken a step on.
Hmm.
I have to do something in my
Hmm.
life.
Hmm.
Life should not go to this level that we end up life, no
Yeah,
matter what
exactly.
happens.
Of course.
So this instant, then I went ahead and that was something on International Women's Day. All those things were happening around.
Hmm.
So I went and asked. Till then, I never stood on the stage also to speak because I was very shy and introverted
Huh.
girl.
Huh.
So I was a player, but never went on stage to talk on something.
Okay.
So I had an American accent that time
Mhm.
because I did an MA English American accent and all.
Hmm.
So then I told to these people, and I would like to speak on something.
Hmm.
And so I was a pregnant when I first step on a
Hmm.
stage.
Hmm.
So then I asked that death should never be suicidal for anybody, no matter what it is.
Hmm.
So I first speech was this on the stage.
Hmm.
So it was about 2,000 people. I don't know what I spoke that day. A lot of people told it created a huge impact.
Oh.
So I spoke this first time that death should never be suicidal for no matter what it can be for
Hmm.
anyone.
Hmm.
So I spoke this topic on the
Hmm.
stage to people.
Hmm.
So from then on till now, it was 1996 first I spoke.
Hmm.
So till from that time till now,
Hmm.
I had no qualification that time. It was just MA English qualification. Second year I was that time.
Hmm.
So after that only I got degree.
Hmm.
And from that day till now, I don't remember which is Sunday, which is Monday. I was taking training, counseling, coaching services.
Hmm.
So it's about 27th year this is now.
Okay.
So
So the
so
surrounding
I got into the
circumstances
work.
have made
Yeah.
you a psychologist. Can we
Yes.
say like that?
Yes. Yes.
True.
So a psychologist, life coach, and international trainer, therapist, healer, everything became from that day part of my life. So it was just serving to humanity is what I thought.
Okay.
So it went on into people business and
Good
people
motive,
skills
ma'am.
like that.
Actually, that you have such a good thought that you wanted to do something to
Yes.
the well-being of the society, and I'm proud of it. And we would also like to know what are all the different courses that you offer currently.
We have a training and also training for the educational services
Mhm.
and training to faculty we have, and also training to the corporates we have,
Mhm.
and training to even industries, everybody.
Okay.
And we have counseling services to individuals. We have families we have.
Okay.
One is the counseling services we have. One is the coaching services we have. One is coaching services, training, and also we have internships also we have.
Internships also
Yes.
in psychology.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a very
We have
good
three
thought.
sectors: counseling, coaching, and training
Oh, okay.
services.
Good, good. So, ma'am, we have come to know that you specialize in couple counseling.
Yes.
So, we would like to know what are the pointers or what inputs would you give for people who want to, who are into the marriage system, or if they want, if anybody want to get married, should there be a prior session for counseling?
Yes.
Yeah.
We do pre and post marital counseling sessions. We have
Both.
modules for pre also and post also.
You have pre-sessions
Yes, yes,
also.
yes, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Because why? Because no, marriage is one thing. We read Max Social Science, everything from childhood time, schools and colleges, but we don't understand how to choose the right person.
Hmm.
And because even for male also, for female also, so
Hmm.
it's very, very important for us to understand who suits for anyone. The compatibility is very, very essential to understand.
Okay.
So a lot of people before marriage, they will just meet person.
Hmm.
They will say that yeah, they will go for coffee, they will go for movie, but they don't understand what exactly they have to understand to select the person.
Hmm.
How to select the person is very essential.
Hmm.
For example, compatibility is one thing they have to select. They have to choose that.
So, on that note, ma'am, what suggestions would you give for today's youth for a successful marriage?
Yes. So that first thing is they have to check the thoughts.
Hmm.
Number one.
Okay.
So the thoughts matches or not. The compatibility they have to check is that one thing. So the first thing is they have to understand that firstly, they both need to understand why marriage. First
Okay.
question is why marriage.
Why marriage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are they getting into the marriage?
Uh-huh.
So the responsibility to take.
Hmm.
Emotionally, are they ready to marry?
Okay.
So a lot of people are not ready for the marriage. They just check that I am now right now this age, the 25 or 26. That's why I'm marrying. Or my father is saying, my mother is saying, somebody are saying, no, my neighbors are saying that's why I'm marrying.
Hmm.
That's why also people are marrying.
Hmm.
So they are not ready, they are getting into the marriage.
Hmm.
That's also a lot of people say
Hmm.
today when they are getting into. So you need to be ready to get married,
Hmm.
and also emotionally ready,
Hmm.
physically ready, mentally ready to get married.
Hmm.
That's one thing you need to check first of all.
Hmm.
Then after, second question should be you need to check with yourself is why marriage.
Hmm.
So first of all, when you check with that question, why marriage, means you need to understand that I plus my wife together is equal to one feeling,
Hmm.
or me plus other person is equal to one.
Hmm.
So that is one question you need to check with your own self.
Okay.
So together is one question. Tomorrow when no everything happens, it is you, I, like that questions is coming after, immediately after 1 month, immediately after that.
Hmm.
So there are a lot of people who are coming us and telling that, ma'am, it is happening like this. Right from first day onwards, 1 week after, money issues are happening. Lot of issues.
Hmm.
The moment they come, before marriage, 5 years they are going to date also. 5 years they are dating, knowing each other also. Even childhood friends we are having.
Hmm.
People know each other since
Very well.
college days, school days.
Hmm.
They know each other. The moment they are coming under one roof after marriage,
Hmm.
just after 1 month after they are coming, they're feeling that they're not together.
Hmm.
So I keep checking with them that you are schoolmates, classmates.
Hmm.
Now, how come coming under one roof?
Hmm.
So they keep listing out.
Hmm.
Now, I keep like this feelings right now.
Hmm.
Now, I feel like that.
Hmm. And that is why you say that it is very much important
It's
to
very
have
important.
a session before they
Exactly.
step into their
That's why
marital life.
pre-marital is very important. Pre
Huh.
and post is very
Pre and
important.
post.
So
Huh.
pre, you need to check few things
Few
with
things,
them.
few points.
We call that as a baselines, and we have so many modules out of that. on that.
Suppose, say, even after the marriage, if there is any conflict between
Hmm.
those two people and things have gone out of control, that nothing is working out between them, and before they reach out to some third person or involve any other person into their space or into their life, what are the things or steps that they can take to make it better, or to just halt that the further damage to happen? What can they do, ma'am?
First
What
and
suggestions can
foremost, Shruti, they have to reach to the professionals only.
they
Because
have to
what,
reach?
yeah, they must reach to relationship coach or the expert only to the professionals.
Okay.
Why means what happens, either of the party in the house, no, either parents or the relatives or other people around, friends and all, they know only one side of the story and one side only they'll talk.
Okay.
So when the professionals, experts, no, they know the both the ways.
Okay.
What is happening? Emotional friend also, emotional question. They understand what's happening between a wife also, husband also. What's exactly happening?
Mhm.
So sometimes what happens? No, we have a neuro process. We have on NLP friend also. We check. Like for example, sometimes husband will be the way he perceive the things will be on the visual part. Husband will see the way my wife is like I the moment you enter house, no, husband, if supposing visual person,
Hmm.
he sees that I want presentable sort of way the moment he enters home, no,
Environment at
he
home.
want everything to be presentable at home.
Hmm.
So wife is a auditory means she wanted all the time to hear well. Okay, I want my husband to speak well, ma'am. I wanted him to speak to me well, like this way. I want him the way he speaks to me to be pleasant all the time. So he says now, environment, the glass has to be that way. Morning, the way she is going out, it has to be clean, ma'am, in the kitchen and all. He says his way. After you cook and all, I want when I come no to kitchen to pick up the water also, it should be neat. Very small things only it is. After you cook, no, I want when I pick up water, water is a very small thing. When I come to pick up, I reach home early before you. I come to kitchen. She was walking away to office very fast. She got a call from boss. Maybe she's going early. So she left everything like that and went, thinking that I'll come home and do everything. My boss is calling early. I have to go. It's just very small things only. Husband will reach early and he will see everything haphazard like that. So he will say that, my God, like this kitchen and all, I want to go into the kitchen to pick up water. It's like this way. So now, why husband will shout at wife the moment you kept like this, all in the house like this, all the things he will say. And wife, the moment she will be entering, she will hear this, no? She will get anger now. I'm also working, you're also working, I'm also earning like this, it will start.
Then who has to be blamed for this, ma'am, in
Now,
this situation?
it will be now, we need to make them relax and understand you are good at you. She's also good equally. It's small things to adjust. You are good at your personality, she is also equally good at her. You are thinking in your perspective, as you are a visual, for you seeing is believing. So you wanted to see everything as this way. So if you go the same way to parents, parents see in a different way, because parents are parents. My son is good in all his ways, and she will be talking to her parents, it will be there, she'll say okay this way. So if you reach to the right expert like me or professionals like us, so I will see like this way. When he's saying this point, I understood immediately. He is a person of a visual all the time. So he wanted in the kitchen to be neat and clean. He's seeing in a different perspective of his personality type. And she says, the moment I enter home, ma'am, I cannot hear his yelling sound all the time. I'm tired too. I'm also coming after work. At 6 o'clock when I come, I can't hear his voice like this. I too get angry. I'm also tired after work. I'm also stressed out. How can I get like this? I don't feel like entering the house. Now I want to go somewhere else. Should I, no, she says, should I find some other house to go? She will also, one time she can keep quiet. Second time she may say something else word too. When he says repeatedly something.
So I'm sure so many of the people who are watching
Yes,
will definitely relate to this scenario.
they it
So
will
what is the solution?
go on something else too.
Huh.
Now he will not stop telling again. She will also say 100 words to next. Should I also call my friends, or should I also have other companion, or should I also have something else? And this is how in most of the families is happening today. Where we have to come down is the simple thing of understanding each other. It can be simple, neat and clean only there. He is correct only in his way. He wanted neat and clean. Now, when both are working, basic thing is you have to pay 3 4 thousand and hire a maid morning. I can only have this much of time to work. So hire a maid, simple thing, solutions is done there. And for small things, don't get into that. Love has to improve in both of them. Understanding has to improve in both of them. Both are working. Have little space for each other. You give her space and she gives you little more space.
So ultimately, you say that they have to resort to some professional
Exactly.
like you, but they cannot sit and discuss or sort out themselves. If there is any chance, can't that
When
be
it is
happen?
going, no, what happens is now she cannot, when she is an auditory, she cannot take more words, because what happens after more fights, her mind takes more what is abusive happening. Now, auditory people, conscious, unconscious, subconscious mind will be, we have three levels of the mind:
Yes.
conscious, unconscious, subconscious.
Mm.
Mind will take 1/7 of the subconscious mind.
Mm.
In the subconscious mind, what will happen? Whatever you are hearing will store in the mind subconscious 1/7.
Mm.
And a husband will be yelling all the time, abusive. It goes now these days, anger is the huge for men and women.
Yes.
Men say one, women are now dominant more than men, saying 2 3 words more. They will do something, he will, they will, both are going vice versa into that. They will, it will store in the mind forever. And they will remember that only all the time.
Yeah.
It will be, if you see, it is petty things only. It is going too long.
Yeah, I have seen few couples who don't have major
Yeah,
conflicts between them. It's just petty issues like this which
that's the
will.
reason. Why did I say why marriage? Why did I say?
Hmm.
So marriage is, if you ask me, ma'am, what is it, ma'am? In all the relationships, in all the things, marriage will be such a beautiful relationship if you understand and marry. It's such a wonderful companion of a friendship relation between two people to come together, make difference in each other's life, to be friends forever, to inspire each other, to be friends forever, to grow together, to inspire each other, and to live together and to grow together. But if you don't understand, to fight with each other, to become toxic to each other, and to be ugly relation, to separate. It won't separate to normal also. It will have hell also in each other's life. And kids will no, suffer like anything. So is what I asked. Why marriage you should know first of all. And you should ask first of all the questions. Why should I marriage? Am I emotionally, mentally, physically ready to take up the responsibility of another person?
Ma'am, with all these factors which you have just mentioned, emotionally, physically, and mentally, today's generation they are only looking up to financially. If they are financially
I'm telling you
ready
that
for
also.
the
First of
family.
all, physically also, because some people physically they are not ready. Because a lot of people are facing that problem also.
Okay.
So if I don't say this, because I'm having lot of case studies on that.
Okay.
Physically also, because they are draining themselves in the work.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Because why is extramarital affairs are happening so much now today's world? Why they are not happy with their both partners? Why are they looking outside so much?
Hmm.
Physically, mentally, emotionally, are you not ready to marry? You need to check with yourself. When you are not ready to marry, why are you marrying? Why are you getting into marriage only? First of all, ask yourself these three relations. Marriage is all about 7 dimensions of life: physically, mentally, emotionally. Are you not ready? First, ask why marriage. Do you know the real meaning of marriage? First of all, emotionally, all this. Then, after that, is financially. Financially, is that even you have 1 lakh, you will be happy, 50,000 also, you will be happy, or even when you have 1 crore, also, you will not be happy. If you don't know how to have the financial discipline, even one day you earn 1 crore per month, also, you will not be happy. You need to have financial discipline, first of all. When you have that discipline, you will be happy. Even you one day you earn 25,000 or 50,000 per month, also, you will be happy. But you will not be happy means you will not be happy at all. So you start exploiting your man and your woman also every day, on every month. This will become your major problem for life. So understand, if you are all in this 7 dimensions, you are happy means you will be happy for any reason. And you don't need to have a reason to be happy. You will be happy otherwise. So this is what you need to know for relationship. So when you have your own relationship happy with your own self, first relationship is with you only. You need to be happy with your own self. Number one relationship is with your relationship. You need to have unconditional love with yourself. The morning, the moment you wake up, you should love yourself unconditionally. You should have that kick that, wow, one day, a beautiful day I'm seeing today, and love yourself unconditionally.
Mm.
You should have that smile when you look at the mirror morning.
Mm.
And wow, today, not everybody who will know sleep that they'll wake up in the morning and see the mirror and say that, wow, today I'm alive. That way, no, everybody will not have that beautiful life next day.
Yeah.
So be blessed that you are alive that day and start your day like that.
Mm.
That should be your day. You should have that kick actually.
Yeah.
So that will have when you are in relation with yourself.
Of course.
You should have self love first of all.
Uh-huh.
Make friendship with yourself.
Mhm.
Not everybody will know that you are your best friend. A lot of people will be stranger with themselves. And these are the people who will have all the time as a baggage and as a package as a diseases. Okay, so make first of all, my message to everybody is make friendship with yourself and love yourself unconditionally and see the glow you always have with you. Okay, so first is this, and second one is your relation with other people. When you start loving yourself and have a lot of respect for yourself, you know how to respect other people. Second, relation with other people. So marriage also, why a lot of people don't respect other people and ill treat other people and exploit other people is whether it is money or whether it is any relationship. In marriage, you respect, when you respect yourself, you definitely respect your partner. Even it is you don't like also, you treat the other person as your friend, companion. You discuss with them. If anything happens, you treat them as your friend and you start discussing with them.
Okay.
So it's called marriage. It's a companion relationship for lifetime.
Okay.
You don't ill treat them at all.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. You
Mhm.
don't treat them as a subordinate, or you don't treat them as a somebody who has come for a slave to do all the works to me as this all things. Okay. So you treat them as a partner and you discuss with them. So
Okay.
together you grow as a beautiful relationship. I make difference in your life, I add value and you add value, and together let's grow phenomenally and let's
That's a
explore
beautiful
further.
line. That's a
This is
beautiful line.
marriage actually.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And yeah, as you have said, you may have seen so many lives in your practice or in your life career. So today's generation, if we see or if we look at, they have adopted this kind of culture that they just don't want to be in marriage system at all.
Yeah.
They don't want to get married at all. And even if they get married, they are just sticking to themselves by not having kids. I mean, they are making a conscious decision to not have kids at all, and they are happy with each other's companionship, and they are maintaining their lives in that way. Either they don't get into the system of marriage at all, or if they are married, they are making this choice of not having kids. There is also a word terminology called dink lifestyle. I think West
Yes,
are
yes, yes.
yeah, mostly doing it, and
Yeah.
slowly it is creeping in our country as well. So what do you have a say on this, or what are your views on it, ma'am?
Yeah, many areas, and also I have a lot of clients of such also, India and overseas.
Mhm.
And Shruti, why this is means lot of teenagers and lot of adolescents, and also many people have come across. First, parents are their role models. First of all, we look up to the parents, and society after that is now of late. Many people know they see parents struggling in marriage. After that is immediately society. And from West, what we take is from other countries. We take, first and foremost, we don't take usually good things, but we take most often we take the negative
Get
things only.
influenced with the
Everywhere we take
negativity.
all the time the negative things.
Yeah.
So they are all doing a lot of things, good things. They don't take that, but all these things only they take. So now they are following a lot of culturally good things of from our place, and a lot of other things they are taking is they don't want responsibilities. Today's kids also, today's youth, they don't want responsibilities actually. So they want to remain single first of all. They don't want live in relationships. Is they are also feeling very insecure. They wanted to be in live-in relationships, and after some time they want to change their partners. They are terribly insecure in that also. The partner is seeing other person, they feel insecure. After 4 years, they want to change the other person. Still insecure. Freely they can change actually. If they don't want to be with that, if they feel so, they wanted to. Why insecurity then again? Still they go through mental health in that because they are feeling
Okay.
insecure.
Hmm.
If we go into one job, if that job we don't feel secure, we feel mental health there. No, again, I ask them. So when you feel no that job only is not secure, you don't get into the job. No, so when you are living in this relationship, when you are not happy with that man, you're feeling terribly insecure. So now you don't want to get into the marriage also. You don't want to adopt also anything on this culture. And a lot of people feel insecure. That's the reason why they don't want to marry. Marriage concept they don't want because they don't want to take any responsibilities. At home also they don't want to take any responsibilities. They want to be like that. Chill out is one word they want. Because they want at the weekends chill out time, Saturday, Sunday chilled out times, all the time. They want to just freak out in life. So they don't want to have kids. Kids means only they think, oh my god, responsibilities. My parents have taken so many responsibilities, still they're not happy. How much ever now parents have a lot of burden to explain them. A lot of time parents have a lot of burden to tell them so many things.
On that note, how will you explain this youth, this present generation youth, how to tackle this, ma'am? Is it right, do you believe, or it should be changed? This perception has to
I
be changed.
definitely say the kids also and every parents also to take out some time at least to spend some time. It's a parent's responsibility also. And culturally everywhere also they have to bring little change. Change will not happen overnight at all, but everybody's responsibility as together we can build again this change too.
Hmm.
Because now mental health why it is increasing day by day is because of that loneliness people are suffering. Loneliness is coming because of families are dividing. Now it's all about people are going through the loneliness. They are not able to express. If you see now, a lot of people they can't listen for more time. People are now the messaging.
The attention
Room,
span
room.
is.
No, they are staying in a like a one room and they are messaging from that room. Like
Hmm.
hotels, they stay. No, like that.
Yeah.
Like that in the house also. You find one and one people more dogs in the house. There's also one person, another person, and more dogs and more maids in the house.
Hmm.
In every house, no, you see that loneliness, emptiness in a lot of people, families. All the time only Netflix only, all the time series only they watch. They go to movies outside. They don't know heart to heart sharing people, anybody. They don't have at all in their lives. Somebody eye to eye contact, they don't have anybody to listen to them. All this loneliness I see in many families. Actually, life is how much ever you earn money, a lot of people they don't have five people to share with. I ask a lot of people in my counseling sessions, no? In therapies, I ask them, do you have five people to talk to? They just ask like this, five people, ma'am? They tell me like this. Five people? I'm just thinking about one or two. Five is so much for me. One or two I don't have to talk to. In 10 days' time, I don't have one or two people to share with. Eye to eye contact, I cannot. Eye to eye contact, I don't have. Only screen I have. So, eye to eye contact, talking people, they don't have. That's only terrible for the loneliness.
Hmm.
Loneliness and depression, one of the reason is that only.
Okay.
So, when you don't talk for 10 days to people, eye to eye contact, and heart to heart connect, you don't have, and share something you have. Human, it is something you have in the heart to share with other person. You have how much ever crores you have to have a heart to somebody to share. No, you have at the end of the day some things to share with they don't have. Today's world they're rushing up in so speed, only money they have at the end of the day. People think that we have money, all the money in the world is enough, they think. And they don't want any responsibilities to take. They just feel that the brand I wear, what brand I think, I want these all things. But sweetheart, you are the brand only yourself. You are the ultimate brand yourself. God created you as a brand that nobody else are there like you. You are the ultimate brand for yourself. But what brand you want to wear again and again? That nobody are knowing that.
Yeah.
For heart to heart talking, they don't have anybody. A lot of people cry and tell me, I don't have five people, ma'am, to talk to. To talk to for 1 month also. My heart cries for such people. I thank universe, you have handpicked me for this for this work. That day I didn't know what work I am getting into. All the things after that instance, You have handpicked me. You are using me as an instrument. I was thanking universe that day. I didn't know what will unfold. When all my friends has
Of course.
raised that day hand, I didn't had a goal also. And the same school invited me as a chief guest.
Okay.
Same school where I was a failure, they
Ah.
have chosen me as a chief guest.
Oh.
All my journey, I didn't know how I reached from there to here. Everything happened with the universe choice, actually,
Of course, ma'am.
like
Yes,
that.
definitely.
So when
So,
I hear like this, no, I feel I get tears. Actually, my heart cries. I don't have 10 people to talk to, ma'am. But people always will be back of money, all the things. We need everything in life. It should be holistic growth. This and that we need. We need happiness. We need career growth. We need love and affection because we are human beings. Rules are for human beings. So human beings need expression. Human beings need love and affection. So we have to take responsibilities. We need ultimately all the family growth. So
okay.
this and that is important. It is not this or that for us.
Of course. Yep, definitely. Ma'am, with the kind of exposure and expertise you have,
Yeah.
what is the secret that you would share with us for a successful life and also a successful career?
So secret is that definitely everybody we need definitely for career growth it should be passion and purpose.
Okay.
Definitely one needs to have passion and purpose because when you identify your why reason for passion and purpose, whatever it is, your why reason has to be clear. Why are you in that career? Whatever career you are choosing, you should identify that what is your purpose to take that career. That, for example, I'm into this psychology and also life coaching, doing making difference in people's life. So this is my passion of adding value to people's life. I wanted to see happiness in people's life and make their dreams come true is my happiness. So that is my passion and purpose. So if you also identify your why reason in your career, that brings huge difference. And every day you sleep with that happiness. So you need to identify that as your career growth, and that will give you ultimate satisfaction. And that should be the secret for anybody, and that is a message to all the career, and that should be the following for your career also.
Okay. So
And
my question later next was the same thing, that what would you suggest for youth if they want to take up this psychology as a profession with your number of years of experience you have? What would you suggest youth who want to take up this profession?
this profession, definitely for anyone, if they wanted to take it, like don't jump into that. A lot of people tell me that I want to take psychology as my profession because it's a trend, people say. So it can be trend or whatever it is, but take psychology as a profession if you feel that it's your passion, and if you feel that, yeah, because I want to make difference in people's life, that's why I want to take this profession, and you have a clear reason, clear purpose, then take this as a career, and for surely you'll be successful. But no, somebody, because my neighbors said, my friends are taking, that's why I'm taking, without any reason, without any research. If you take it, I think you have to really check, because first thing how it is, it should be like this. First, understand yourself. Why are you taking? First question, ask yourself. Second is check the research on this. At least meet at least 2 to 3 best psychologists and interview them. Why did they take the psychology profession? How they are successful? What made them to be successful? Ask them. Do at least some research and ask their interview at least, and talk to them directly. And then meet the career consultant and also take their guidance before doing this. And after that, choose the best university, do at least internship with them, and do these things, research background, and then get into the best university to do the psychology degree. These things you need to do before
Okay.
getting into.
Okay, ma'am. And one question out of curiosity we wanted to know, ma'am.
Yeah.
How did you manage to receive 100 plus awards? Few awards is it's okay, but you have these many awards in your handy, Kitty. So can we know how did you
Okay.
manage this?
I think first a few awards, it was really excitement for me.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, when people were inviting, it was really thrill and excitement, and so much of happiness it was giving me, and going receiving and all the things. And later part, it was all for the clients, I felt, because it was inspiring. Because the more I was, it was an inspiring and aspiring for my the people and all, because a lot of people give up actually. At
Okay.
one point, they give up on their career and all the things. So the more you aspire, the more you inspire, is my message to everyone. See, anybody and everybody, you should never give up in between in your dream. So be a dreamer all the time. As you dream big, and you will definitely aspire in your goal and everything. So for me, it was that the more you aspire, the more you become inspiring. So I aspire to become more inspiring. So then I was achieving that way, and I inspire my clients and my people who admire me the most. So that gives me a lot of kick in my life, actually.
That's so
So that's
nice,
how
ma'am.
I keep moving.
Thank
So,
you, ma'am. Your life has been a example of being consistent, and of course, we can see the results. Everybody can see the results. Thank you for having us here, and thank you for coming here. Thank you for being a part of this show. Thank you so much,
thank
ma'am.
you, Shruti. Thank you for having me. Thank you for this wonderful interview. Thank you.